So here's a video on how to import information from a website. And when we do this, we're actually going to link our Excel spreadsheet into a website. So what I've got here is on the documentation page, I've given you a web address to go to, and this has prices for gold. And even though the website says 100-year, we're really only interested in the last 60 days or so. We'll click on this link and it will open up the website, something called Macro Trends. And if you scroll down, this is sort of a typical website. It's got some charts and text and that kind of thing, and a whole bunch of charts down here. But if you scroll down toward the bottom of the page, you'll find what we're really looking for, which is this historical data chart, or table rather, that has the date, and this happens to be yesterday's date, and then the price of gold per ounce, and that's $1,356. And if you scroll down further into this table, it goes back about 2 months to November 20th of 2017. So what we want to do is bring this information into our spreadsheet, and we want to not just copy, we could copy and paste this, but that's not what we want. We want a live link, and I'll show you how to do that. So back here on the Excel spreadsheet, when we do this import, it's actually going to create a new worksheet in the workbook, so I don't need to have a worksheet set up for it. Come up here to the Data tab and select New Query, and then from Other Sources. And the first one on that list is from the web. So I'm going to choose that. And you know what? I didn't paste in the address of that website. So I'm going back to my browser window and pick up that address from the web, and then back into here, and I will paste that into the URL. That's another word for web address. So I click on OK. And up comes this navigator, and right now it's going out and trying to load that web page. And we get this display, which is sort of odd. What it's done is it's taken apart the web page and said, well, I see a document section, and here's this element HTML table. This is kind of geeky. Don't worry about that. Here's table 1. And there's our historical data, and let's just compare that to the website. 2016 at 1356, 1355.13. Let's go back and look at that website. Yep, there they are. So those are the numbers that are on there. Some websites have many tables on them. We're going to see an example in the homework that has something like 30 tables. And when you have a lot of them, you can, in addition to clicking on this table list here, you can also click on Web View. And that will actually show you a rendering of the web page. And you can scroll down. Here's that initial chart, and then some text, and then here's all those littler charts that were on the web page. And if I keep going on farther down, here's the table, table 0, and here it is here. I can click on that, and once I have that, I'm going to slide this up a little bit to get it into the window. Then I can come down here and click on the load button, and this runs for a second or two, and poof, it brings in the data, and notice it's created a new sheet 4. This thing pops up showing what tables there are in the data, shows you when it was last refreshed, and where it is loaded in the worksheet, and it shows you the address where it came from. Now, it just put it in a new sheet, so I'm just going to name this gold because it's the prices of gold. And what's most important about this website link is this. If I click anywhere inside the table, I get a pop-up that shows me a refresh link. What that means is if I click on this, and what I want you to do when I click on it is watch down here in the bottom of the screen in this status bar. When I click on a refresh, you get this running background query, and what happens is when we imported the data from the website, Excel remembered the website where it came from. It stores that information, and so there's sort of a connection between your website and your spreadsheet. And you can click on refresh, and it will reload the data as of now. So right now I'm running this on February 17th. If I run it on the next business day, it will show me the previous business day. So this will constantly be a live link that can be updated. So that's how you bring in data from a website. And the beauty of not just copying the data out of the website and pasting it into the spreadsheet, but instead doing this kind of import, is that live link, which allows you to update the data in the days ahead or weeks ahead and keep your spreadsheet current with whatever data is that you're importing.